doing live readings. I'm still setting up. I may actually go get my water. If you do want to book, please book on my Calendly. Let me double check, make sure the link works. Yes, you can book a one question reading or even a same day reading if you want. Oh, oops. A same day reading if you want. I do apologize for me setting up. And hi Vicky, I will get to you soon. I'm gonna put music on. Sorry there. I'm gonna be grounding myself and activating. I just need a minute. Hi, Dong, Ko. Hi, Vicky. Okay, 1 second. Ancestors and guides, please protect me, watch over me, keep me safe. Help me hold up the intention of protection and clarity and grounding, please. Thank you. White lights, blue lights, Gaia, Father Sky, Sirius B. I call in the great central sun and the ascended hosts and ascended masters to assist with this process of holding up the intention for protection, cleansing, and clearings of me, my space, and my property, as well as anyone who is connected and who needs it. On their spiritual team, the white lights, and the spiritual team to assist as well. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm gonna go get water. Everyone, I'll be right back. Please book at very limited spots. Anyway, I'll be right back, everyone. 1 second. Yeah. Hi, Kitty Kate. Hi, Gina. Hi, Exalted. The link for it is right here. One second. I'm setting everything up. Beautiful. Oh, you can just feel like good stuff's happening. It's like really nice. Anyway, like hi everyone. Wrong one. Okay. I'm going to help cleanse and clear my space, my property, my home, and all those that book with me. Help keep us safe, protected, and help us receive clearly from the being's light and our spiritual team. I ask our spiritual team to hold up the intention to allow that to happen for me, myself, and all those who need it. It's like a lot of energy pooling right now. Sorry, I'm just wanting to ground. I'm wanting to get to a good place, and then I'm gonna start the readings. Just 1 second. Let me take a couple minutes. I have Archangel Michael with me, or Master Michael. This is Master. It's a good one. I thank you, Master. Okay, so let's take a look here. We're going to start in a second. I want to ground you good again. Angels, help me ground. I call on my spiritual team. I call on my guides. Help me receive clearly. I call on my Ascended Masters, the goddess of liberty, Isis. I call for Hathor as well, Anubis. Cronus. Jesus. Watch over, protect me, keep me safe. I'm calling in your assistance to stay. Thank you. For myself and those around me, and those who need it around the planet, around this globe, around the world. Okay, beautiful. Alrighty, so we have our very first one, and I do apologize for the delay here. We're at 7 minutes for Vicky. Hi, Bettina. I do appreciate you. All right, so we have here your first one is for Vicky Martin. How do I receive more money? I don't really see, Vicky, for you, there's any blocks of financial success, financial abundance. I feel like you've worked at that, or they're not really playing a role. The one thing that source is showing me is your you know how we receive abundance from source. That's where it comes from. Everything comes from source, right? I feel like you have these streams of income, right? These streams that are flowing through. It feels like there's nothing wrong with that. So let's take a look here. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Is call in the guides. Everything feels fine when it comes to your making it with the Four of Cups coming through as you're one of your first cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like you've maybe have had too many good things happen to you, or you've had too many times where things worked out really fast or really easily for you that you don't really see a good thing anymore when it happens. I know it's a crazy one to say. I think it also goes the opposite, where you have had too many blocks, or have felt you've been blocked so many times to really try. But I think it's the one that you're missing is the one that we often don't necessarily look at. And this is coming from a nun. It feels like one of your biggest blocks is you've had like good luck after good luck. Serendipitous situation. You know, you've been touched by the light, right? So you don't necessarily look at life as like, oh, there is all these opportunities or all these good things are working out in my favor. You just look at life as like, this is just normal, right? I know it's a crazy one to say, but this is coming through from Jesus. One of the biggest things that you're struggling with is recognizing things are working out for you and things are working out in your favor, and you're doing you're being supported and doing a good job. It feels like all like these things are the things that we build on, right? Everything is feeling, right? You know, if you're feeling more grateful, if you're feeling more happier, it's like you bring more and more of that into your life. When you're not really feeling those things, and you're feeling like maybe more bland or maybe very low vibe, you bring more of that. Although that they're not really saying that one, but you know what I mean, right? You know, it's like the good begets good. I feel here you don't see anymore, or you stop recognizing it. One thing that's coming from the Great Divine Director as well, I want to say is you're like maybe from Jesus. Is for you to set the intention to see the good, but for you to start to like maybe write it down on paper, or for you to maybe say it out loud and acknowledge it. I feel like there is a need for you to cultivate. Like, let's say, I don't know. I know it's a crazy thing to say. Let's say you're trying to get to work. You get on the bus and you don't have bus fare, and the driver's like, "Oh, just go ahead, right?" And you're like, "Oh, I could have been late for work, and it would have been a horrible day today." Hey, that's a good thing that happened to you, right? That's that's an abundant thing that's well that happened to you. I feel like it's about you taking more time to recognize that moment and appreciate it more, and that's coming through from Buddha, right? That just cultivating that time, cultivating that moment of appreciation is very important. It will start to train your mind to see the good, or to recognize the good, or even appreciate the good more often. Again, there's no blocks to abundance. I feel like you're just not seeing how things are working out for you. Okay, we have the Two of Cups here. Your love life, the lack thereof, or whatever it blocks and holding you back in love, is one of your biggest obstacles as well. And I feel like if you can go ahead and get all the money in the world, and you will still look at it as lack, because money isn't what you're searching for. You're searching for a sense of fulfillment, completion, wholeness, unity. Actually, is the word that's coming through, and trying to fill that space in your life, right? You know, we have like corners in our. I know, so it's crazy, like cornerstones in our life, right? But you have this cornerstone of love. Like, I want love to be in that cornerstone, and you're trying to throw money at it, and it won't work, right? The message here is to recognize what truly is lacking in your life and fill it with that, or move towards that, instead of actually trying to fill it with something else, right? A really good example for this is we often look at drugs, right? As a way to just fill a hole, like, I don't know, fill it with that, right? It does fill up, right? But it's not the right puzzle piece, right? And the message coming through from Buddha, I even want to say for myself, is for you to recognize what truly is bringing in this feeling of lack, or this feeling that you feel like you're not being supported, or this feeling of less. It actually has nothing to do with abundance or money or monetary gain. You're missing something very key here, and this is love. I actually feel like it's a love connection. We have here the King of Cups. Your father is a really big key to this as well. It's not about how we saw it. I feel like your father gave you a lot of love, right? You're seeking this, right? I know it's crazy, but I feel like you're trying to find someone very much like your father. We have sacrifice reversed here as well. This is coming through for your apartment. You keep feeling like you have to move, or you feel like you should like kind of get up and go. There is a need for that in some way. Sometimes we're too stuck in a when you're too comfortable, right? You're not really looking for it's okay. I'm not throwing something at you, and it's real good, by the way. Sorry, I don't know why this is here. Anyway, it's real good, by the way. But I remember when I first moved, and you're in a new neighborhood, you're kind of looking for a reasons to feel comfortable, right? I feel like you've been where you've been too long, and you need to look around, and it's like you're too comfortable, you're too set, you're too um relaxed, and for you to have more, you need to be more active, right? And a really good way for that is for us to feel uncomfortable, and for us to feel out of place. And I know it's a crazy thing to say, right? But it is key here. I feel like you feel too comfortable where you are, you feel too safe where you are, you feel too maybe even wanted where you are. With the Page of Princess of Pentacles here, another good one, and this is coming through from Jesus, is for you to look a little bit deeper at the desires of your inner child and what your inner child wants, specifically how your inner child wants to make money. Right? Our inner child's happiness is key to us being happy, for one, and filled, but it's not the only one. Our inner child's how they want to go about things, how they want to pursue things, how they want to live their life, or have their life lived, or to experience life. That's actually how the great divine director is phrasing it. How the inner child wants to experience life is very important for us, right? We need to experience life in that way, right? Because that's what we came here, right? We didn't come here to experience life through the soul, right? We didn't come here to experience life through we even want to say the heart space, right? We came here to experience life through the inner child, through the human experience. And my message to you is all of us are conscious beings, right? All of us are spirit. and all of us are souls, right? We didn't come here to be that. We would be something else if we did, right? We came here to be human. And my message to you is, I feel like your inner child's key to you tapping into that humanity side to make more money. Humans are opulent. Humans are abundant. I don't know if you noticed this, but there's tons of them, right? They make money, and I feel like you need to start tapping into your human side. We have movement here as well. Focus on when life is moving, not so much on when it's not. But I feel like it's about like taking those moments in your day to appreciate what worked, or to appreciate what you're grateful for, thankful for. Like literally taking that moment is very key. Love is an issue here as well. I feel like you would do this naturally, but your mind is like, I don't have love, so I don't give a fuck, right? Or I don't have it's that relationship I seek, right? So I don't really care. And the message that's coming through really strongly is for you to look a little bit deeper at those, like, I want to say those reactions, right? You know how it says don't act, don't react, or act, react, don't act. I forgot what it was, but I feel like you want to take a look at that one anyway. Let's see. Is there any other? I want to make sure I have your question. Please do book with me if you want. How do I manifest it more? Interesting. We have healing, right? Sorry, it's Maria Sabina. Healing energy coming through for it. Healing your relationship with money, healing your relationship with your grandmother is a key one for you as well. So much of our energy that we receive comes through our line, through our lineage, right? It comes through our loved ones. And I feel here that you have healing to do with your lineage. We have mushrooms coming through as well. Mushrooms are very hardy, right? They grow in the dark, right? Or, in the shade. And they grow in places that you don't normally expect things to grow, right? I feel here there are in your life that could manifest more money for you that you're not really cultivating, right? We have to be willing to put the work in if we do more. And my message to you is, I know that you may be tired, you may be exhausted, you may feel like you don't have any more to give, but you need to dig deeper, right? And this is coming through from Mother Earth, right? It's coming through from your dragon, to dig deeper. There are other sources of income that you could be cultivating that you're just not working at, right? With the spider here as well, it's going to take hard work and diligence, right? You want more money? I see a path to that, but you have to be willing to do that work. Spider's all about work. You know how much work that takes? I don't know how many hours that one is, but that's a lot of work. They're saying think like a spider. Spider isn't thinking like fuck, right? That's a lot, right? I have to build that again. A spider just does it, right? It's like when we work out. We don't really, it's a good thing not to think about working out before you work out. Just go ahead and work out, because then you won't waste that mental energy. My message to you is, I feel a part of you is like eating away at your mind. Actually, is what I feel, and it makes what you want to do to make more money that much more exhausting. All right. We have elixir coming through as well. Elixir of life stands out to me, but this feels like it's drinking. I don't know if you do drink, but whatever you do that's maybe it's intoxicating, or may make you feel down, right? Do that less, right? Do the things that make you feel a bit more up. And we have braid coming through as well. I want to say there's some attachment or to how you look as well. There's something about like I feel like an inner dialogue within your body that is making life difficult for you. All right. Sorry, I hope that was good for you. Sorry. Okay. Then there's like some, maybe it's like it could be pills or medicine, but that's key. Thank you, Vicky. I'm on to the next question. If anyone wants to book with me, please do book on my Calendly. So we're at TJ. Okay. 19 minutes. Okay. So we're now on TJ. TJ, you have here guidance and love, currently in a relationship, but concerned that it does not match my financial energy when it comes to my children. Very interesting. So let's take a look here. Let's tap into TJ. Let's ground ourselves a little bit. Guidance and love. I can feel here, it's like this is the first message that I got So I feel like there's parts of you that may want to experience a different relationship, or a relationship that has different like energy. And I really do want to throw something out at you. It doesn't you don't have to resonate with it, but on some level I feel like it's actually because I feel it, but I feel like you may want to experience a relationship with a different sex. I know it's crazy. I'm just throwing that out there, but it feels strong. It's too strong to ignore. But let's see. Currently in a relationship, but concerned that it does not match my financial energy when it comes to my children. Let's look at some guidance for TJ with this love connection. Let's take a look here. The person that you're with has other relationships, but they're not ready to rise up to the energy that you're trying to, right? With that Four of Pentacles here. I feel like this is someone who's just not able, ready, or willing. It feels like able to be what you need them to be in this relationship, right? I see him as a man, but it doesn't have to be. I do feel here with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. One thing that with this as a whole is just our human side, our humanity, is we don't believe that there is enough, right? We don't believe that we're worthy of that enough, or we don't believe that there's a way to get more, right? And that's actually the person that you're with. They don't believe that there is a way to get more money. They don't believe there's a way to make more finances, to be more opulent, abundant, successful is actually the word that's coming to my mind. We have the Five of Pentacles coming through. Sorry. If you read tarot, it's like there's just nothing but synchronicities here. Anyway, but with the Five of Pentacles being the card, I can feel here that this is someone who they don't feel like poor or per se, but they don't know that there's another way, right? One thing that I've come here to do, and a lot of other people have come here to do, is see that there's far more ways to make money, and there's far more ways to bring in financial success, right? With the Five of Pentacles being here, they don't see a way, right? They don't think that's possible. And one thing that I think all of us, light workers right now, and beings, and beings light are trying to understand more is that human perspective, right? This is someone who doesn't see opportunities; they see blocks and no way out, right? And we have the temptation reverse as well. I do feel at some point in this person's life that you're dating or you're in a relationship with, they kind of gave up on this, right? Let's say it's like they've always had this issue with money, and it's like F this, right? I don't have enough money, I don't have enough cash, or vice versa, right? And they just said, you know what, I'm not even gonna worry about it anymore. Right? I'm not even going to concern myself with this anymore. And I feel here with the temptations in its reverse, this person chose to give up, right? Rather than finding a different path or a different route, right? The overall we have is the Ace of Pentacles. It's all about a new path, right? New path of opportunity, of abundance. I feel like this is someone who doesn't want or care for a new path. In fact, they've kind of written it off altogether. With the traditions here as well, I feel like there are this person's family and where they come from is key, right? When we kind of see people doing really well, it inspires us, right? It probably triggers us too. I feel like this is someone who doesn't have that role model, or doesn't have that that person that's moving them. Anyway, so let's take a look here. So is there any other general guidance for TJ when it comes to this relationship? We have the Ace of Pentacles coming out again. Interesting. Came out with the Knight of Swords. I feel if this person had a really good idea or a really abundant idea that they would naturally, right, chase after it and vice versa. But my message to you with the Ace of Pentacles, and this is a really good one, we have to be conscious enough to see that, right? We have to be, open enough to see that. So I feel like this is someone who, if inspired or if given a chance, they would rise to the occasion. We have the Magician. I know it's crazy to say, but I feel like this person, when you came into their life, they didn't even manifest you, or they didn't even, how like you kind of get a really good thing, and you're like, wow, right? I'm just throwing this out there for you, but it is what's coming through. I feel here that they didn't have to try very hard to get you, or try very hard to impress you. And with that King of Wands here, it's kind of the energy they keep bringing in. So this is someone who I feel feels very unmotivated, impassioned, I think is the word, right? And they're kind of stuck in that. To me, I had a vision last year, and I feel like I gave this reading, but whatever. Sorry. It's just Sometimes my mind gets distracted, but I can tell that this is someone who didn't have to do very much to have you or to get you or for you two to be in each other's lives. And they're not, you know, when you've like worked really hard for someone and you're like, I'm not gonna ruin this, right? I'm not going to mess this up. It's like they never had to do that with you, or they've not had to, and or maybe in love or in their career, and this person just they feel very not lackey. Um, do you know when you're just not challenged, or you know you're not you not have to do much, right? It's that energy. Anyway, I hope that makes sense to you. Oh, sorry, I just want to make sure. Let's take a look here. Is there any other messages we have? Your first one's gonna be told. Coming through. This kind of reminds me of psychedelics or like even DMT, but psychedelics for some reason. Let's see. Interesting. I feel here. Do you know how sometimes we go as a couple, right? Not that I know, but you know, we go as a couple and we experience different things, or we try different things with them. You may want to consider opening up that can of worms, right, or that psychedelic worm with them if that's something that you're interested in. I read something. I forgot where I read it at, but you know, it's like it was talking about eagle death, right? You know, eagle death is when we sorry, in eagle death is when we are when we're no longer restricted, right? And it's one a good way to achieve this, or a good way to take some steps towards this, is actually psychedelics, right? It's for us to try them, and for us to open ourselves up to them. I know what the toad here is just giving me that. Anyway, we have the perspective here, and then we have teacup. One thing I can feel here is when it comes to this connection, if you want to make it work, which is, it does feel like the energy is moving you towards that. He does feel that way. But with this, I can feel here that that opening up that can of worms with the psychedelics, with having having that ego death would be really beneficial, right? When we're more tapped in, when we're more connected to ourselves, right? We are. One second, sorry. When we are less connected to our ego, we can be more of ourselves. So I feel like if you want this person to be more of the kind of person that you want, or that you are, or that you're looking for, psychedelics or having that ego, that's is key. All right. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I want to thank you for purchasing this reading, and we're gonna move on to the next. So let's see. Let's run myself. By the way, thank you, TJ. Thank you, Vicky. Hi, everyone. Okay. Let me see. I guess I don't. Let me ground myself. Okay. All right. So let's see. I think I might do a windfall soon. That's so crazy. Anyway, do you have any questions? By the way, hi Dawn. Hi loving the VT. And I enjoy your life. Hello, hello, hello. If anyone wants to book, please book. If you have a question, please write it down. Hi, Sensei, as well. Let's see here. Oh, hi, Exalted Light. Hello, hello, hello. I feel like I remember your name. Does anyone have any questions? Anyone want to book? Please book. If not, I'll probably end the live readings now. If you are interested, I don't normally do live readings every day. You can book, for another day or another time. Uh, as well, or do a private reading. I'm also offering healings. Oh, I think I'm gonna do guided meditation soon for healing. Actually, really do need to do that one. Anyway. Oh, let's take a look here for Vicky. Is there any time frame? The key is for you to cultivate more. For you to cultivate more of more revenue streams. One thing I can feel here, and this is something that I've given to, like for different people, is like opening up your Akashic records and asking that question: what could I do to make more money? Right? Like, what ideas do they have? And what they're saying is they don't necessarily give the exact idea that you'll do, but they'll give you those breadcrumbs that you need to find your way towards that which you seek, right? To making more money. I remember when I opened up my record. Sorry, I had like an Akashic record reading with Katherine, and she gave me a bunch of ideas. Right, a podcast was one, and this was something that I'd been thinking of for a little while. And my message to you is, I feel opening up your records and asking that question is key, right? To making more. Let's see a time frame for Vicky. Any time frame? We have your first card is going to be the traditions reverse. When you start changing your ways and doing things differently, that's when things are really going to start moving. There really is no way to just materialize money, right? Not here. This is the physical reality, right? Everything takes work here. Everything takes time as well. Everything incubates, and that's actually what coming through from Buddha. Everything moves at its own pace, right? Sure, you may plant some crop and you want it to immediately materialize some corn. Is that going to happen? No. It's going to take as long as it needs to take to make that corn, and that's abundance, right? A corn is abundance, right? It's actually the source of abundance for a lot, right? Actually, the soil or the earth is, right? The earth is not going to just change everything to give you some abundance or to make some fruit, right? My message to you is that that's how our lives work, right? That's how our money works, and that's the flow of our income. It's not going to just materialize like that because you're trying to create it. This is the material plane. This is the physical reality. Everything takes time. With the Seven of Cups here, one thing that's coming through from your records, for a time frame, is for you to pick an idea and start to ground it in the physical reality. My energy is conception, right? That's my energy. You would need my energy to ground whatever idea you have, so you may have to contact me. I can see that, but you have to pick one, right? You truly have to pick, like, this is what I want to do. Like, this is how I want to make my money. This is how I want to receive money. And Buddha is saying to be open to what that is, right? But also pick it at the same time. And we have for a time frame the Three of Pentacles. It's going to take building. When the Three of Pentacles traditionally has, right, a nun, a sculptor, right? And they're all working together, right, building that statue. And that statue takes time. Right? Everything you look around you, like your home, even like the floor, the roof, the ceiling, all that took time to build, right? It didn't just appear out of nowhere. And I feel like there's like this idea, and like when it comes to the work that we do, and trying to bring in that abundance, we tend to think it's just like that. It's not always the case, right? With the Five of Swords reversed here as well. Healing your past is key to this, but no real time frame. We have the Empress here. I feel like there's too much feminine energy, not enough masculine with that Empress on the table. I can feel it. I feel like there's also something that you need to walk away from, that you're not walking away from, that would be helpful. As well. Anyway. Oh, I can get you TJ, or I can go back to it. With the Eight of Cups in its reverse here, I can tell that there's something that you have to walk away from, that you're just not walking away from. All right, and all these things are blocking your life, blocking your flow, and are keeping you from accessing more. Right, and you want to make sure that you are pushing through that. And sure, when we are in our soul, when we're in our soul star chakra, things feel differently, or we feel like we can move things differently, but I feel like there's like this disconnect between like your physical and your spiritual body, or your mind body connection isn't quite right. So I was healing my mind body connection right before this reading, and it's so important, right? When it comes to these works, right, to channeling these energies, you have to have a strong mind body connection. I feel like your mind knows it can create stuff, or it can make stuff, right? But I feel like at times you're not really able to bring that into the physical. Yeah, so how I want to phrase it. Sorry, I got a little distracted. Or you are, but it feels like it takes too long. Everything takes time, right? There's that ebb and flow, right? Everything takes time to create something. If you build a new house, it takes time to build a new house, right? You start a new job, or you start a new side hustle, it takes time for you to build that customer base. Like we need, I feel like there is a need for you to logically understand that, and that's what's gonna help you make more money. I hope that makes sense, Vicky. All right, and TJ, let's see you for next. So you want to know, I don't think he's going to be moving, or he's motivated to be in a connection with you. But let's take a look here to see what Spirit wants to say. For TJ, let's see. Spirit wants to say for TJ, don't worry. Sending lots of love for you as well. We have the Knight of Cups coming through. I feel like someone who's not quite done being a player, right? Who's not quite done bringing. It's not just bringing that energy in. It's someone who's not quite done with that lifestyle, right? You never know. Like I know, a lot of people have had it. Not saying that I'm not promoting it, but like sometimes you do drugs and you have that lifestyle for a while, and then you get rid of it. You get old of it. It's just like you're done with it. I feel like this is someone with that Prince of Cups here who isn't quite ready to let go of an old lifestyle. So they're entering this connection with, I don't know if I'm able to give them my all, because I don't actually, part of me wants to be elsewhere. All right, with that Knight of Pentacles coming through as well, I feel like this connection is going to move slowly, though it will move forward. But I feel like this is someone's not going to give you everything that you want, or put in their all into your connection. We have the Two of Pentacles coming through. It came out with these Nine of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Swords. I really do want to emphasize this. They don't know what they want with the rest of their life. And when you're thinking about building a relationship with someone who isn't that, it doesn't really have that perspective. Like, I want to do this for the rest of my life, or I want to be there for the rest of my life, or I want to achieve this, right? It's like you don't really know where they're going, right? And it's very difficult for us, right, to plan, right, our lives around someone who's coming from that perspective or that energy. They are not. They don't. It's like this is someone who's like blah, right, or I don't know, right? Or let me see, right? They're not sure, right? There's a difference between someone who's very clear about who they are, where they're going, and how they're gonna get there, and you have someone here who's in the opposite energy, right? They don't know how they're gonna get there. They don't even know where they want to get to, and this is kind of this is a very difficult person or someone whose life is a very difficult place for you to truly build a relationship with them. And this is what spirit's trying to say right now. I feel like with the star here, there is hope, right? There's not just optimism, but this may be worth fighting for. I actually feel like that, by the way. But they're not quite. They're just their mindset or their mind isn't quite ready for a relationship because they don't know what they want for themselves. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. Let's see. Is there anything else? Anything else for that? Yeah. Sorry, I'm remembering the visions I had about this. Anyway, sorry. We have the Queen of Swords here. You're looking for those answers, right? You're looking to know exactly where this person's coming from, and you want to know how they feel, right? You want to know where they see it going and what you're both working towards. That's not clear, and I know it's crazy, but I swear it's saying for you to maybe try like ayahuasca or have some kind of like ayahuasca experience. Sorry, I was thinking about Soul Quest earlier, but for you to have that experience and it can really open up some doors. But this is someone who's just, they don't know, right? They have no idea where they want to go. They don't really feel any pull, any tug anywhere. With that transformation here, this will change, right? But I feel like right now you're kind of asking questions when they don't know the answer. It's like, I want to know this about you. I want to know that about you. And it's like, I don't know, right? And it's a painful experience. That's what I want to say. I hope that makes sense. I think that's it. Oh, man. Any more clarity on that? TJ, I don't mind. We have movement coming through reverse. With the Ten of Swords. Ooh, sorry. Let's clear all that. Thank you. Sorry, I'm just gonna clear and cleanse me and all those that are connected right now are watching me. I'm anything low vibration, extraterrestrial, any heavy or oppressive energies. I have Archangel Michael and Archangel Raziel assisting with the process as we cleanse and clear the space. Thank you. We ask that we chase after that and clear it. Oh crap, I keep forgetting I have like a reading to do. Let's see. Alright, Marsa's, okay. I hope that if you need any more clay, let me know. Oh, I just did it for myself anyway. um. Anyway, I guess no one else wants to book right now. Um, I feel like it could be. There's a lot of like dense energy around us right now. You know, just as but let's see. It could be. If you feel it as well, but when I tap into people's energy, I do heal it, I do clear it, and I do cleanse it. Right? It's like this natural process that has to happen so that I can give a safe reading. The guides are saying yes, that actually is his energy. It's really it's really annoying, isn't it? But energy is new for me, so just so you all know. But I think that's it. Sorry, I do wonder too, though. They're saying it is. It is. Help me cleanse and clear TJ and my energy and all those who need it. Oh, they say letting go of attachments helps us attract in more of what we want. The way that they're showing it to me is like, when we're grabbing onto something or when we're attached to something in some way, it tends to like narrow our reach, our perspective, our energy. I don't think that's like the best interpretation of it, especially with the image, but they're saying that letting go of all attachments is key, especially when we are ascending and when we're growing and we're evolving. So don't be afraid to let go of him, right? There's no one, right, that's like um mm, yeah, yeah. Airport security going through to fly. Yes, hello. Letting go is key, right? Letting go and releasing that is key as well. One thing that is coming through from Jesus is he's saying that sometimes people's energy can attach to us and it can hold us back or it can keep us from moving on. And that's okay. I remember when I first had my twin, and I was very attached to my twin's energy, and I want to say vice versa, but who knows really. And it wasn't until I like started pushing my twin's energy away, and so I became sovereign, right? And I protected my energy, protected my space, that I started to feel more like myself. I feel here that you're when you ask that question, should I let go of him to make more? Yes, you'll always have more, right? There's you always can go back. That's actually something I used to love saying. I think I want to say it, say it to you, right? You can always go back to him, or you can always reattach yourself if you really wanted to, right? In the end, we don't actually make that choice. That's crazy, right? But letting go of him, letting go of all attachments to others, to people, or even outcomes, will really help you move towards the experiences and the flow that was going to make you more money. Again, there's something on a move or like taking a different path than what you're taking. You can make it to your destination slow or fast, right? And um my message to you is you got to make that choice for yourself, right? One thing that is coming through from Kuan Yin, saying for you to make that choice, right? Make it fast, right? Make it like I want to go there faster, right? There's nothing wrong with that, right? My message to you is to give that a go, and you'll start to feel it, right? I hope I make the choice to go faster, but okay, let's see. Oh sure. Let's look at sorry, a message for us. Sorry, a message for us. Let's see. Is there a message that Jesus wants to give us to stay? Let's see. Jesus wants to step forward. We have Joshua stepping forward instead. He gave us a message for Jesus, I guess, or a Jesus-y message. I don't know. He's saying a message from Jesus. So let's see. Um, we have a strength coming through, and the 10 of Wands. You know, it was yesterday. I was live, by the way, as well, but it wasn't just live. But I remember I was thinking about what I had read in my, the Rumi Oracle deck that I have, which was about us handing our problems over to divine, right? You know, all right, or divine everything. I don't know, but divine is divine, right? If you've ever tapped into the energy of divine, if you've ever received from divine, you really do understand and get just how powerful, right? How amazing, and just I want to say like I guess it's coming from Buddha, omnipresent divine is, right? um why don't you hand your problems over to divine, right? The message that's coming through sorry, the air came up. It's very important. Any problems that you have, hand them over to divine, right? And let divine take care of things. And that experience, for the human experience, is such a beautiful one, right? Because it comes from light, right? As your prophet, I've I've had some, but when you experience the light, and when you move into the light, or when you're embraced by it, it's how divine's phrasing it. There's nothing like it. There surely isn't. And my message to you is, I feel like if you have problems, sensei or anyone else who's listening, hand your problems over to divine, and let divine show you. Or I don't know how for that one to say, but let divine take care of things for you, and let divine help you, right? And I know it's a crazy one, but it's an important one, right? With the judgment coming through here as well, it's almost like letting divine lift you, right? But this came through yesterday. It was a beautiful message, and I remember it so clearly. I was like, wow, I forgot that. I read that, and it really helped me out. I was in a tight spot, right? I handed my problems over to divine, and divine fixed them. And just something you don't forget, right? The message to you is, if you have any problems or any issues, hand them over to divine, and let divine do what divine does best, and take care of things. Okay, we have the 6 of Swords coming through as well. When we are at our weakest, or when we've given something our all, we need divine, right? And it's kind of what I want to say to you, by the way, especially with it being the 6, because divine is the 7th number. My message to you is, I feel like if you have any issues or problems in your life that have lasted so long, and you just couldn't get over them or couldn't get past them, calling divine in and giving them to divine is key. All right. Wendy again. Anyway, with the Page of Pentacles in its reverse here, one thing I do want to say is handing your blocks over, but maybe even like some situations that were there failed plans or failed efforts, handing those over to divine. So that's the message I have for Jesus, okay? Or from Jesus, anyway. We have Wendy coming through. Wendy wants to know about Wendy's love life. Let's see. Oof. Sorry, I want to clear myself again. Let's do another cleansing and clearing of my space, and my property, and my crown chakra. Okay, so let's take a look here. Sorry, Wendy, you did 2 of them. I can't return that. Anyway, let's see. Wendy Knight. Can you tell me messages for Wendy's love life right now? There is a I did not mean to choke up, by the way. There is someone that's really close to you, Wendy. Sorry, I'm going to start your reading right here, so you can come back to it if you want to, Wendy. There's someone really close to you that is very interested in you, interested in dating, on purpose. Okay, oh great. There's someone that's really interested in dating you, someone that's really interested in your life with you. This is an interesting thing, but one thing that's becoming really clear to me, this is coming through from, I want to say God, right? Is we like the craziest things about people, right? We like the weirdest, craziest things that you just never expect. You know how we all have these ideas, like you have to look like this to be beautiful, or you have to look like this to be loved, or you have to act this way to receive all this attention, or to be noticed, or to attract this kind of partner or to keep a certain partner. The things that the people that truly love about us are random crazy things that you'd never think of, right? That you think are I want to say nonsensical, right? I know it's a crazy one, right? But my message to you is my message to you, Wendy, is I feel like this is someone who loves you for the craziest things. Your children is one of them. Right? Maybe how you raise them or how you love them, how you love them or how you see them. But I want you to know that sometimes when we're receiving love or sometimes when we have someone in our life giving or someone in life who wants to give to us, we tend to think, well, I don't look like that, or I don't act like this, or do I have to do this to keep them around or cook, right? Or cook and clean. No, this is someone who loves you for the craziest reasons, right? And they're very interested in you. Anyway, so let's take a look here. We've got the Six of Pentacles. You love them back for the craziest reasons as well. I can feel here that you're very in tune with a very strong spiritual connection. I don't know how conscious you may be of this, but they're near you. What they're saying is like they're in your orbit and they're your Mercury. I hope that makes sense to you. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, right? I feel like this is someone who's very, very, very close to you, whether you are aware of it or not. I do have the craziest thing, we tend to not see stuff, right? Or notice people as much as notice people as much, right? When we're a little distracted. But I feel like this is someone who's so close to you, closer than you know, all right? We have the Seven of Pentacles here. It's coming through from your mother. She's saying that you've been waiting for this, or this is a love that you've been waiting for. Do you know when you kind of meet someone, you're like, oh God, I don't even know. Sorry, it's like I'm tapping it. It's real crazy. It's a crazy amount of energy for this connection. But I when you tap into too much, you daze out. I don't know. It blew my mind, but sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but with the Seven of Pentacles being here, I can feel this is something that all the years you spent alone, all the years that you've been feeling that lonely feeling, this person's that person that makes it worth it. And as crazy as that sounds, you're going to truly have that epiphany, that moment. When someone tells you like that story where it's like, I've been through this, that, and the other, and I was so grateful for it. I had that moment where I felt like everything that happened to me was exactly what needed to be, right? So that I can get to where I'm going. My message to you with that Seven of Pentacles coming through, is I feel like this is someone who's you're gonna look at and think, wow, this is who I've been waiting to see or waiting to meet, waiting to be with, right? And you're gonna realize all that bad stuff or what you thought was bad was leading you to them, right? And you're gonna I don't know what moment that is. It's like serendipitous. That's what they're saying with the Four of Swords reversed as well. I do feel with the Four of Swords being in this reverse here. The Four of Swords being in this reversed here. You may have gone around this person for a while, but I think that you're going to start to see them for who they are. And with the world being here as well, with the world being here on the table, I can tell here that you're I can tell here that this is a connection that's gonna really rock your world. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else on Wendy's love life and the love life that Wendy has with the Three of Wands? It's all about waiting for one's fulfillment. This is your mom. It's a crazy thing to say. I don't know if your mom's still here, but what your mom's like, she's saying, right, is she saw this love for you, right, when she was younger, and it's almost like she held off on love, or she took less of that love, right, so that you would have more of it. I'm just gonna leave it like that. By the way, sorry. It makes me feel like I want to like cry. It's a very emotional feeling coming through, but it's almost like she sacrificed so that you would have the love that you want. A really good example for this, and I feel like this is actually coming from her. You may have moved, or you may live at a different place than you would have if she didn't. It kind of reminds me when I was looking at my family roots, my family history. Like I'm from Wisconsin, right? But I live in Chicago, right? Not literally from there, but like my family is, right? And my message are from Puerto Rico as well. But it's like, how would my life be different today if I were born there instead of here, right? It's like your mom, she took a chance so that you would have this chance. Does that make sense? She took that leap so that you would have the love that you want, and she may not have been that conscious of it at the time. We're not normally, right? We're usually doing things because we feel guided, but her doing this allowed you to have the opportunity to meet this person that I'm talking about, right? That is around you in your orbit right now. And my message to you with that three of wands being on the table is for you to appreciate that, right? Or for you to see that. She'll know it, but with the king of pentacles coming through, this is what you want. It's the person that you want. They make a lot more money than you, or they have more income than you. Else to phrase that, I'm sure you're doing fine financially, but they make more, right? This person got more money than, more money than you. We have the sun coming through. I also had this card is the Ace of Cups reverse. Your heart may be blocked right now with the Knight of Swords here. We have a balance, Yamana, right? I feel here you're going to heal this with this person. It feels like you're going to heal some generational trauma. There is a relationship that I want to say, it's like in the 1900s, early 1900s, that there was a love connection that your ancestors have in the early 1900s. That I don't know how to explain this. It feels like it created a very deep traumatic generational trauma that your family still lives with, and that this connection is going to break that generational trauma so that you can have love, and that you can have and you can bring in that fulfillment. You will not just be bringing it in for yourself, you will be bringing it in for your family as well. And with that Ace of Cups coming through, this is coming through from Jesus, is like, it's how like we get like our curses cleared, right? Or we it's like it's like a different way to go about it, right? Normally for me as a light worker, sorry, I'm a being of light. We kind of take it down piece by piece and clear it away, right? Remove it and we recycle it, right? We send it to where it belongs. But there's another way to clear that block, right? You can just throw a ton of love at it and it just would just obliterate the block, right? It feels like it's that way. And I know it's a crazy thing to say, and it's coming through from him, and he's saying that that's how you're going to do it. It's like there's going to be so much love in this connection that curse or that generational trauma that comes from your ancestors won't be able to it won't be able to um huh, to keep that love from forming, or I don't know how to phrase this. It literally won't be able to suppress that love, because there's so much love that's going to be channeled through because of your connection, because of how you feel about each other. So that's what I see about your love life. So let me see if there's anything else coming through. But it's like, it kind of reminds you of the different approach, because my approach is, and as a light worker, we do it more subtly, right? And this is just like full throttle force, right? We have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands coming through. There is this part of you that feels like you always have to defend yourself. I definitely see a defensiveness when it comes to your children, specifically how you raise them. That's how I see it. It doesn't have to be, this can be your ego. It does feel like that, especially with the fire coming through. You're not going to feel very defensive when it comes to this person. You're going to be very open to them, and very open to the experience. It's you will know this is a different type of love than you've had before. Okay. And we have the Three of Pentacles reversed as well. Sorry, I'm just saying, I'm gonna drink water. Some of the disharmony that you've always had in your connections, you will move through them. I'm not saying you're gonna move through them fast, but it does feel that you're gonna move through them nicely. With the Four of Wands coming through on the table here as well, you're gonna make it to that milestone. So I don't know if there's something that you've always wanted in a connection that you've not had, or always dreamed of, right? That you've never quite lived, right? But you will have that in some way with this person. It does feel like with the Four of Wands coming through on the table, it's that 11 card, which by the way is tomorrow, right? But it's all about foundation. Motherhood comes through really strongly here. It's gonna make you a better mom, I feel as well. Sorry. Oh man. Ugh. Okay. Is there any last thing? Any last thing? Any guidance? Sorry, I just wanna just wrap your reading up. Oh. Okay. We have the Three of Swords coming through. Three of Swords with the King of Cups. Interesting. Do you know how I said like your mom, she sacrificed or she made that move, even though it may have cost her something. Right? I feel like your father, he didn't. Sorry, I don't mean to like I'm not like trashing your father. I swear I'm not, but like your mom, like she did it, right? It doesn't make sense. Like she moved or she took a job or she didn't take a job, right? So that you would have the opportunity to meet this person. It's almost like your father made different choices that didn't lead to you getting like this love, right? And what your mom is saying and her mom's energy is like this was a long shot, right? But it was one that she thought it was worth taking. Sorry. But it's like your father didn't do that, right? It's like he didn't make those choices or he wasn't willing to. That's actually how it's phrasing to me. He's coming through from his higher self. I think your father is alive. Um, I not he doesn't have to be, but it's almost like he didn't make the choices that your mom made. Your mom sacrificed for this. That have to make sense, right? And sometimes we don't appreciate one or the other, right? Sorry, one we don't appreciate one, and or we appreciate one more than the other. I feel like your mom deserves all that credit. So you know. Sorry, that I just heard a car. But I feel here, and it's a strong message. Is for you. Is like you're. It's just to have that understanding. You may need to forgive him. Right? You may need to let go of it. Or it's an odd thing, but it's almost like you may need to love your mom even harder. So I want you to like just know that that's kind of that's it's there. There's like this block or this energy that's there where it's like my dad didn't do it, right? Or he wasn't willing to, and it hurts. And this I know I want to make this clear. For one, I think that you're gonna love your mom a lot more than you love her now. You can love her tons, right? Um, but I feel like you may not be aware of why you love your dad less. You might be aware that this is actually blocking you from receiving more love or to feel more loved, right? Because your dad literally actively made choices that led him away from you or led or made it less likely that you meet this person that we're talking about, right? In some way, right? Maybe he hurt you, or maybe he wasn't around, or maybe he was around too much. Just I don't know, right? It's different stuff, right? Um, the message is that you're healing. We it's like you have to heal this. Doesn't make sense. I feel like you have to forgive your father, and he truly was selfish, or he truly like. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Um, it's like it's you may not be aware that your mom did this, but I don't think you're aware that your dad did this either, right? And the message here is like I feel like it's just there, right? These are blocks, or this is something that exists. And your father just didn't make those choices. He wasn't willing. That's what he said, right? And we have the Princess of Cups again. There's the inner child. How you internalize this as a child was like, I don't know, right? It hurt, right? It's painful. And I feel like it's been blocking you. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna see if there's anyone else that want that book. No. All right. All right, so I'm gonna thank you, Wendy. Thank you, everyone that booked. If you have any questions or anything like that, or you need more clarity, please do email me. I actually do not mind replying the email. I don't mind helping. And take care, everyone, and bye.